Good morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time it is for you, wherever you are when you're listening to this. Hello and welcome today to our affirmation moment in time. We're here going through a collection. Oh, hold on, just better mute that. Going through a collection of daily mantras that from a book called Daily Mantras to Ignite Your Purpose, written by Lisa Messenger. And today's motivation or mantra comes from July 7th. And let me read it to you, and then we'll have a discussion about it. It's easy to judge. It's more difficult to understand. Understanding requires compassion, patience, and a willingness to believe that good hearts sometimes choose poor methods. Through judging, we separate, and through understanding, we grow. I think this is a really, really powerful lesson, or a powerful lesson and powerful information, because it helps us look and explore what it is that often separates and divides us. That often in situations where we feel distanced from somebody or we don't feel connected, it's because we feel judged, or we feel, and that creates a separation. And when we have felt apart, all we really want is to be heard and understood. How do we show somebody we understand? The way we do that is through compassion, being able to step into the position of that other person and being there present for them and helping them through a little more. If we can find compassion with them, right? And compassion is where we're able to go, I can understand, or I can imagine how difficult it would be what you're going through, or I can hear that you're really struggling and I'd love to be able to help you with that. Can you help me understand it a little bit more? When we start to all of a sudden slip into that place, we start to draw each other together and feel connected again. So this is really important. It's so easy to judge and so easy to jump on the defensive and so easy to get into an argument or to react, rather than just being patient and holding back a bit and just believing, by just being willing enough to believe and sit with that position and allow that person to really be able to express themselves. I know that quite often when we've been misheard, that we feel stronger and more passionate, that we want to be pointing at our point of view or yelling at our voice or being heard ourselves. But just remember, the more we demand ourselves to be heard, the more it pushes the other person away. So if we want to be heard and we want to be connected, then we have to be compassionate to others. Now, here's the next step to this. The most important person we need to be compassionate with is ourselves, because quite often our struggles or the complexities or the problems that we get into is because we're not being compassionate with ourselves. So self-compassion is something that's really important. And as a self-love advocate who's been working on self-love, I can say it doesn't come easy. It's not natural for us to want to be kind to ourselves. We've been so used to judging and beating ourselves up and saying harsh and nasty things in order to motivate us, that sometimes when we think about self-compassion and self-love, we think it's all icky and not so nice. I'm offering you an alternative and saying, give yourself a chance to be patient and kind with yourself, with a good heart, and kindly offering self-compassion, and you may just experience things differently. All of a sudden you might start to be connected, because when we start judging ourselves, we separate. Our heart and our head separate. We get into our head and we complicate things. We tell ourselves we're stupid. We find looking for what's wrong with us, and we get in this, just wears us out totally. And it's just not a nice place to be in. But when we treat ourselves with compassion and kindness and patience, then we find that we're able to look through the complications and the trouble and things that get in our way. So when we choose understanding and compassion, judgment lives by the way. And so we feel less judged, we judge less, and so we feel more connected, and we feel more passionate with each other, and compassionate, not just with others, but also connected and aligned within ourselves. So I'm going to invite you to remember that next time you feel judged, next time you feel alone, next time you feel like you've been isolated or pushed out or misrepresented or having trouble understanding, that you stop and give yourself, first of all, some compassion and some grace, allowing yourself to go, hold on one moment. I'm having an experience right now. Tap into my emotions. That, and that has a list of all different activities, all different things that you can do to show yourself self-love and connect in a compassionate and kind way. So I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love you to subscribe to my group, my page down below. Give me a heart, give me some encouragement, because I like compassion too, right? And we can make this world a better world just by sharing our love and light. So take care, sending it your love and light your way in a compassionate way. Take care.